What's shaking? It's Bacon, and today is July 7th, otherwise known as Bungie Day. And personally, I wasn't excited for Bungie Day at all, just because I didn't expect Bungie to really do much. But being the Destiny player I am, I woke up out of bed and decided to hop on Destiny. And when I tried doing that, PlayStation Network happened to be down again for like the millionth time now, and I happened to have renewed my PlayStation Plus yesterday, and it just begs the question for me: what am I really paying for? I bought PlayStation Plus, but I'm not getting the satisfaction of an online service that I want. You know, I pay for Netflix, I pay for Hulu Plus, and that doesn't happen. I'm satisfied with not only the service, but the reliability of said service. And no, I'm not just talking about PlayStation here, because my life is filled with games. I am a hardcore gamer, so a lot of my thought process revolves around video games. So when I say, what am I really paying for? It's kind of a universal thing. And when it's a universal thing, I think it's safe to say that I'm talking about video games mostly. So what am I paying for with these video games? And Destiny is a game that I play a lot of. Not only am I investing money in it, I'm investing a lot of time, a lot of effort. And we've gone through 2 expansions now. And the Taken King is the next thing to come, and it's going to be Destiny Year 2. And I'm just questioning, am I really doing what's best for me? Am I buying something that's worth my money? And I'd say, really, the first expansion for me personally was not worth it. I am a PvP player, and that expansion was not focused on PvP at all. It had the raid, which is awesome, but I didn't play it as much as, say, my friends did. My friends just hop on that Crota raid like every other day that time. Not even every other day, every single day. And I wasn't that kind of person. I didn't like going onto the raid that frequently. I wasn't interested in PvE content to that extent. So personally, it wasn't that great for me. But I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that the House of Wolves was better as an expansion for Destiny. And with those 2 raids together, it felt like Destiny was doing something right. It was kind of complete for year 1. It had all the things that we kind of craved as players, not necessarily everything, because yes, they talked about story and all that stuff, but we all know Bungie, and they tend to kind of sugarcoat how they display our content. And for Destiny, the story is just lackluster. That's just plain and simple. It's lackluster. We can take the Grimoire cards and, you know, arrange them. I saw someone put them in chronological order, and it's just like, yeah, that's cool, but I wish I could experience that in the game. And that's an old like problem with the game. People have been smacking that dead horse for ages now. So I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about this $40 price tag on the Taken King DLC. And is it really worth $40? And I've been listening to other people. I've been listening to their opinions when it comes to this $40 price tag, because personally, I cannot remember a time where I've ever bought a single DLC for $40. I don't think I've ever done that. So this is monumental for me to take this leap. Because if I accept this, then I'm willing to accept future installments that are also $40 or maybe even more. So it's like, is it worth it? And Bungie made their weekly update last week or whatever, saying all the things that are going to be in the Taken King, vaguely, of course. And going over the list, let's see if it's worth it. Now, Bungie decided to start off talking about story, something that I've been talking about for a while now, saying that it's lackluster. And they say that it's a new narrative driven by charismatic cutscenes and characters and all that stuff. And I'm just like, we've been promised this before. With the vanilla Destiny, we all complained about the story, and they said, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it with these expansions, and you're gonna really feel the story. It's all gonna piece together, and you're gonna get it. And, you know, I took their word for it, and they didn't deliver. So I'm just here like, maybe they're still not gonna deliver. So I'm not gonna really bet on that. New level cap. Nothing new. Of course there's going to be a new level cap. If there wasn't, it would be pathetic. A new area called the Dreadnought, and I'm not sure if this is actually somewhere we'll be able to patrol and take on missions in, or another social space. And I pray it's not another social space, because the reef, as cool as it is kind of a letdown. Why? Because it's just 3 new vendors in it. Nothing really new about it. And you know, I like the characters in there just because of my imagination with them. And that's just not enough, man. Because if we have a new patrol area or whatever, that means that we're not just reusing the same vanilla stuff. Because that was a common trend with Destiny content. We'd go into areas that we've already been in and just say open up a little door, and it's ooh, something new, but we're only going there for 1 mission, and that was it. Can't see that in the normal patrol. It's just there for 1 mission. It's not like new areas of the map are opening up to us. New subclass, and this is something that we're all pumped for, I'm pretty sure. So with this new subclass, there's a lot of new possibilities for every form of Guardian, and I'm really excited to play out as a Night Stalker hunter. It just seems so cool to be able to go from the Slayer that I tend to be to more of a support role, because there hasn't been that much diversity for the hunter in terms of, you know, switching into different roles. And now I can, and that's really interesting to me. Tell me what you guys think is the most interesting subclass for you, and I'm sticking to the hunter, man, because I've been hunter since day 1, and this is just making it even better for me. New game modes in Crucible. This is something that I'm excited about, because seeing Rift and Rift gameplay has got me pumped. It's an objective based game mode. It's not where just kills can make us get the win. No, you have to collaborate with your teammates, and I don't want to go play this with pubs. I don't want to play this with randoms. I want to play this with my friends and people who I can collaborate with and, you know, rely on. This is really cool to me, because I am a Crucible player, and this is just something new that I can expect. Being bummed out from expansion 1 to being pumped about something happening in the Crucible for the expansion 3 is really beast to me, and I'm happy that Bungie is actually looking at the potential that Crucible players hold for their game, not just looking at PvE players, man. This is great. Redesigned strikes, and this is something that I'm kind of scared of. Now, when they say redesigned strikes, I hope they don't mean that we won't be able to access how the strikes were previously, how they are right now, actually. Because replacing content and adding content, those are 2 different things. If they're replacing it, then it's like we're not getting anything new. We're not adding to the whole equation. We're just subtracting and then adding the same value back. So I hope we get the 2 versions, because that means we get more content. We're not just replacing content. New exotic weapons and armors. That's nothing new, and that's something that's trending with this whole display of new content. It's just nothing really substantially new. It's just, you know, new versions of the new. Kind of weird, I know. But they said there's new exotic quest lines, and that's intriguing to me. When they say that, I hope they're not talking about some Elder Cipher or how the exotic bounties are right now. I want engaging narratives and interesting characters with it, like how they said the story is going to be. Because originally I was thinking exotics are going to be something beastly. Before the game came out, of course, I was thinking exotics are going to be something we're all going to crave, and it's something we all have to really work hard for. Now, if an exotic has its own story with it, could you imagine how intriguing that would be? Not just grinding and being bored and just like forcing yourself to do something just because you want the weapon. Nah, I want something deeper than that. And I hope it's not just like, wait 2 days, wait 1 day, and then the thing will be you'll be able to work towards it. Like, that's just dumb. Whose idea was that? Now let's talk about something I'm genuinely scared of. Now, Bungie has decided to not only make the Taken King DLC $40, but make the collector's edition DLC downloadable. And that downloadable content is $20. Now this content includes an exotic class item, emotes for each class of Guardian, and shaders. And this exotic class item has like a XP buff on it, so you get more XP by just wearing it. And now that's a soft lockdown in my eyes, because why would I use anything else if that thing is just gonna be a moat machine? It's gonna help me rank up faster. Not that rank ups matter because we're not going past level 20 like as actual Guardians, we're just using light levels. But like I said, it's a moat factory, and moats are pretty important right now, unless they change that up for when the Taken King comes out. Moats are valuable. So everyone's gonna want to use that exotic class item no matter what. And does this equate to $20? Is that worth $20? That's the same price as the 2 expansions that we had in the past, The Dark Below and House of Wolves. Is that worth the entire expansion? No, it's not. So what are we really paying for? Does the content match up to the amount of money that we're paying for? Not at all. It's foolish. I could understand, piecing them apart and like making it cost, say, like $2 a pop. But what the hell is this? This is madness. And then add that $40 to that $20, and hey, $60, that's a new game. So essentially, if you do this, you've bought Destiny not once, but twice. You've paid for the vanilla game, that was $60. Now you're paying for the Taken King and this collector's edition DLC, and that's $60. 2 times you've bought Destiny, 2 times. And let's also factor in the 2 expansions that you bought. $20 each, so that makes it $40. And if Bungie decides to go along this same trend of DLC, at the end of each year, they could possibly make a $40 expansion, because hell, everyone's saying it's worth it. It's huge. It's a big expansion. So let's just do that. Bungie is gonna take the leap if you give them an inch. I swear they are. So $20 each expansion. After the Taken King, we'll have bought another expansion that's probably going to be $20 also. So that means that our other expansions, $20, $20, and now another $20. So by the next expansion after this, we'll have bought Destiny 3 times. And then, of course, they're going to keep putting out expansions. And at the end of each year, probably, this is just my assumption here, a $40 expansion. That doesn't sit right with me. And Bungie expects Destiny to live for 10 years. So each year, we'll have bought Destiny twice. The thought of that is disgusting, man. I can't. I really can't. That's gross. Like, it's kind of like a hidden subscription fee. It feels like that. Say I was playing some MMO or whatever, I'd be, paying a subscription fee. And that's a piece of the MMO puzzle that Bungie has decided to implement in Destiny. We're not an MMO, but we have MMO practices. And this is one of the big ass MMO practices. But MMOs, they're not discreet with that content. They'll tell you what you're getting. This, they tell us kind of what we're getting. They give us vague descriptions in the beginning. And then when we get the content and the game, we're just like, this is one I expected. Of course it isn't. Expectation and reality always conflict, but this is taking it to another level. This is crazy. Invisible subscription fee. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Some people are claiming that the Taken King will hold as much content as a totally new game. And I don't buy that at all. Because I think that the Taken King is going to be like on par or maybe a little bit less than the vanilla Destiny. And we all had our complaints with vanilla Destiny because it felt like it was missing a lot. So it's not its own game at all. Added to the 2 expansions we already have and vanilla Destiny, it's going to feel like a big old massive game. It's going to feel amazing. And hell, I just hope I'm not grinding the entire time, because I've been avoiding the whole grind thing for all of House of Wolves. And it's just now that I'm starting to reforge and stuff, and it's just making me both glimmer and moat broke. So of all things, I'm hoping that the Taken King will have a lot of refreshing content, things that I won't feel is a chore to do over again, multiple times even. And I'm also praying for private match, please. Private match is kind of like a standard for FPS games. So if I had to pay for private match, at this point, I'm not even going to argue that. Fine, you wanted to cheat me out of private match so I could pay for it later? Whatever, I'll pay for it. Just give it to me already. Like, we've waited all of Destiny year 1. At least start up year 2 on a good note. Like, give me private match right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm thinking about it now. This is kind of an interesting video to upload on Bungie Day of all things. And not only is it Bungie Day, it's my mother's birthday. So I'd like to say a happy birthday to my mom. I love you. And thank you for living, I guess. And thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will catch you in the next one.